distribution of the goodwill in the sacrificing ratio. You done that?
Sir, in the sacrificing ratio?
Yeah, you need to distribute the value of the goodwill in the sacrificing ratio, no? So that means Atul's capital account will be debited by 25,000. You have done
Yes, sir.
this?
But is it for Bhuvan and Shivam in 3:2 ratio?
Yeah, the ratio will
Or
remain same since the old share is 3:2. The sacrificing ratio will also remain same 3:2.
yes, sir, I have done.
So that means Bhuvan's capital account need to be will be credited by 15,000 and Shivam must be credited by
Yes,
10,000. Is that what you have done?
yes, sir.
All right, then. So this question is correct. Solution is correct. So this is it for the today's class, Alexander. Let me just check if I can give you any questions for your homework as well. Uh, yes, okay. Take the screenshot of question 114. All right, so I have only one question to give you as homework today. 114. This one is easy and it will hardly take 5-10 minutes to solve it. But anyways, just take the screenshot of this one only.
Okay, sir, done.
Okay. So this is it for today's class. Thank you so much, Alexander. Uh, now you can leave the session. I'll continue with the other students.
Okay, sir, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Take care.
Good evening, Sania and Aman. Am I audible to you? Am I? Are both of you are there?
Yes, sir.
Aman, are you there as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So just a moment. Yeah. So both of you, we were talking about the calculation of the hidden goodwill in the last session. I think I gave you these questions for you. I think I have given you one question for your homework in the last class. That was question number 114. Vinay and Naman.
Yes, sir.
So both of you have done this question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So could you please tell me the answers you have got, starting with Sania?
Hidden goodwill is 40,000. So
Correct.
40,000 into 1 by 3, I got 13333. So it was recurring. So
Yeah. Okay.
um,
That's correct. And
1000 into the ratio.
hmm. Aman, you got the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. All right. So since you have completed this question, let's continue with the other question of this chapter. And let's start with question number 116. Yeah. So question number 116. This one is a little different question, and this is a kind of revision for the revaluation account, partners capital account, and the balance sheet. I'm sure that you must remember these topics. Now we did revaluation account, partners capital account, and the balance sheet previously.
Yes.
All of sorry, both of you are able to recall this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll be doing 116 today, and then one more question, and I'll give you so as you can also solve it. And then there is one more question. Maybe I'll give this question as your homework. So, anyways, let's start with question 116. Okay. So, see, let's just first of all read the entire question. Question is telling us that there are two partners, Madhu and Vidhi, who who's sharing, whose profit sharing ratio is 2:3. The balance sheet is given in the question, and on the asset side, we can see that there is land and building, machinery, stock, debtor, less provisions. So the value of the debtor is 2,90,000. Just avoid the value of the provision. Bank is 50,000. Madhu's capital account, Vijay's capital account balance is given 523 lakh. General reserve is there 30,000. Bills payable is also given 1,50,000. So general reserve is a part of profit, and if no additional information or no adjustment is given in the question, then we can simply distribute it among the old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Okay, now question says that goodwill of the firm was valued at 3 lakh. So this is the self-valued goodwill of the firm that need to be distributed among the partners in the sorry, yeah, this need to be adjusted
Yeah.
among the partners. Na? We need to pass the adjustment entry for this. If you are able to recall, whenever the firm's goodwill is self-valued, we need to pass the adjustment entry for that. Both of you are able to recall this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the land and building was undervalued by 26,000. So this is obviously an revaluation. This is relevant for the revaluation account. Provision for doubtful debt was to be made equal to 5% of the debtor. Okay, that means 2,90,000 into 5%. And then adjustment D is saying that there was a claim of 6,000 on account of workman compensation. Okay. So this is the question. 4 adjustment entries are there in the question. All right. And we need to prepare the revaluation account, partners capital account, and the balance sheet. All right. So let's just start with the first of all, let's talk about the formation of the revaluation account. Just a minute. All right. So first of all, we'll prepare a revaluation account. I'm sure that both of you remember the format of the revaluation account. So in order to prepare the evaluation account, we have two sides, the debit side and the credit side. Okay, then after this, we need to prepare partners capital account. Let's just also prepare the format for that. How many partners are there? There are, okay, so there are only two partners, Madhu and Vidhi. And we need to prepare the balance sheet as well. Also prepare the format of the balance sheet. All right, the first let's first of all talk about the formation of the revaluation account. So let's find out the items which will be affecting the revaluation account of the firm. So first thing that is given in the question is look into the adjustment item. Goodwill of the firm was valued at 3 lakhs. So goodwill is not going to affect the revaluation account. So we will skip the adjustment A for the time being. And moving on to B item, land and building was found undervalued by 26,000. So this is obviously an item relevant for the revaluation account. So we'll go to the revaluation account. And since the value of the land and building is reducing, right? Value of the land and building is reducing. So we'll go to the revaluation account, write down land and building is reducing by 26,000. Right? Is this clear, both of you? Since the value of land and building is reducing, we'll write it on the debit side of the revaluation account. Is that clear, both of you?
Shouldn't we increase it? Oh,
Sorry,
like
is it increasing?
no,
Undervalued basically means the value of the land and building reduced by 26,000. Earlier, the value of the land and building was 3 lakh. Now it will be revalued at 2 lakh 74,000. That is what undervaluation means.
Oh.
And whenever there is a reduction in the value of the asset, we record it on the debit side of the revaluation account. So that is what we have done. Land and building recorded on the debit side of the revaluation account, 26,000. Is that clear now?
Minus the original one and the adjustment and write on the revaluation.
Yeah, we will be doing that. We will subtract the land and building by 26,000, and the remaining value will be recorded under the balance sheet on the asset side. But right now we are just preparing the revaluation account, so I'm talking about the revaluation account only.
Okay.
All right now, okay. So the next thing is that it says that provision for doubtful debt was to be made equal to 5% of the debtor. So see, debtor currently stands at 2,90,000. Debtors is standing at 2,90,000. We need to prepare a 5% reserve for the provision for the doubtful debt. So provision for doubtful debt is what? Provision for doubtful debt is also a reduction in the value of the debtor. So it will reduce debtor by 5% more. So 2,90,000 into 5%, we need to find out the 5% of 2,90,000 and write down the value on the debit side of the revaluation account. We'll write down provision for doubtful debt. That will be 2,90,000 into 5%. So this will be 2,90,000 into 5% will be 14,500. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's move to the next item. Just let me check whether I think there's something missing in the question. Just a moment, wait for a moment. Let me check the question. Okay, I'm sorry, both of you. There is some mistake in the question. Earlier, the, the information regarding the new partner was not given in the question. I made a mistake. See, now this is the complete question. Complete question says that the old ratio of the partners are given, Madhu and Vidhi, and they are admitting a new partner. Everybody is able to see that? Sorry. Yeah. Both of you are able to see that?
Yes.
Yeah. See, they are admitting one new partner, Gayatri, for their and their new profit sharing ratio will be 2:3:5. After the admission of Gayatri, the new profit sharing ratio will be 2:3:5. Gayatri is bringing 4 lakh as her capital and her share of goodwill premium in cash. All right. So I think I need to prepare the format one more time. We need to start the question again. I'm sorry for that. Just a minute. I'll have to do the correction. All right, everyone. So let's start the question again. The question was telling us about the first adjustment was regarding the goodwill of the firm, that was 3 lakh. We won't be doing anything about the goodwill right now, since we are prepared. We need to prepare the revaluation account first of all. The question tells us about there is undervaluation in the value of the land and building. So we'll go to the revaluation account and write down the value of the land and building, reduction in the value of the land and building on the debit side of the revaluation account. So we'll write down to land and building. 26,000. All right. The second thing in the question was the provision for doubtful debt was to be made equal to 5%. Okay, so 5% basically. Oh, all right. So we need to make the provision at 5% of the value of the original debtor. So see, the provision that we have already made is of rupees 10,000, right? Now see, when you will calculate 5% of the debtor, 5% of the debtor will be 3 lakh into 5% will be how much? 15,000, right? 5% of 3 lakh is how much? It will be 15,000. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And out of 15,000, we already made a reserve of, provision for 10,000. That means we need to increase the overall provision for debtor by 5,000 more. We already made a provision of 10,000, but question requires us to make a provision of 5% of the debtors. So 5% of the debtors stands at 15,000. We already made a provision for 10,000. So we need to increase the provision by how much? By 5,000 more. So that means the revaluation account will be debited by 5,000 only. So write down to provision for debtor or doubtful debt. It will be 5% of the 3 lakh into 5%, number one. And out of this, we need to subtract 10,000, which we already made as a reserve, as a provision. So 3 lakh into 5% will be 15,000 minus 10,000. We need to increase the provision for debtor by 5,000. So we need to debit the revaluation account by 5,000. I hope this is clear, both of you. Got it? Is this clear? Okay. Moving on to the next item. The last item says that there was a claim of 6,000 on account of workman compensation claim. Tell me, what do we need to do with the workman compensation? What do we need to do with the workman compensation? Workman compensation is a loss. Since there is a claim of rupees 6,000, and since it is a loss, so we'll go to the revaluation account again and write down to workman compensation claim. Workman compensation claim was 6,000, so we'll write this value here. Okay. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now we need to find the balance of the revaluation account. That will be 26,000 plus 5,000 plus 6,000. It will be 37,000, I guess. And this 37,000 will be distributed between Madhu and Vidhi in their old profit sharing ratio. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me just total these values. Let me check the answer whether I'm getting the right answer or not. So 31,000, and this will be distributed in the old ratio. Old ratio of the partners were 2:3. When you will distribute it in the ratio of 2:3, 2 by 5 and 3 by 5, we should get, just a minute, 31,000 into 2 by 5, 12,400. So we are getting the wrong answer. I think we made a mistake somewhere. Anybody is able to find the mistake in the revaluation account? Because I'm not able to find the mistake. Eman, Sania, anything?
Is it land and building? Because
La-
undervalue should be increased. So
okay. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it is saying that the land and building was found undervalued. Sorry. I thought land and building need to be undervalued by 26,000. Okay. So the actual value of the land and building should be 3,26,000. But we have undervalued it by 26,000. That means the land and building must be increasing by 26,000. What I'm doing today. All right. So let's just remove it from here and write it on the other side. We'll write down by land and building. I'm sorry, guys. Land and building. Land and building 26,000. Okay. Now I think when you will calculate the profit, you will be able to find out the correct profit. So 26,000 minus the 5,000 and 6,000, the remaining amount will be 15,000, right? And then we will distribute 15,000 between the partner. So we'll write down to profit transfer to Madhu and Vidhi. Madhu's capital account and Vidhi's capital account. So it will be the answer that I'm getting here is 6,000 and 9,000. Now I think we got the right answer. 6,000, 9,000. Got it, everyone? Revaluation account is clear, yes or no?
yes.
Okay, now we will take the profit of the revaluation account to the partner's capital account, right? And since there is a profit, so we will be transferring this profit to the partner's capital account on the credit side, right? So we'll write down by revaluation account. Madhu's account will be credited by 6,000 and Vidhi's account will be credited by 9,000. And let's just also write down the opening balance of the partner's capital account. We'll write down by balance BD. Balance BD is already given in the question. Balance, opening balance is for Madhu it is 5,20,000 and for Vidhi it is 3 lakh. So 5,20,000 and 3 lakh. No opening capital for the Gayatri given in the question. Okay. Then there was some general reserve on the liability side. Both of you are able to see that general reserve on the liability side of the balance sheet.
Yes.
30,000. So since there is no adjustment entry given in the question regarding the general reserve, so we could just simply distribute it among the partners in the old ratio. So 30,000 will be distributed in the ratio of 2:3 by, write down by general reserve. 30,000 into 2:3, it will be 2 by 5 means 12,000 and 18,000. 12,000 for Madhu, 18,000 for Vidhi. Got it? Is this clear, both of you?
Yes.
Okay. Then what else is given in the question? Claim is already adjusted. Then, okay, question is saying that Gayatri is entering with a capital of rupees 4 lakh. So we need to go to the partner's capital account. See, when Gayatri become the partner in the firm, she will bring cash by way of capital. So in such a situation, we will be crediting her account by, I'm assuming that she will be bringing in the capital by way of cash. All right, so I'll go to the partner's capital account and write down by cash, and the amount of the capital was 4 lakh. So yeah, 4 lakh. So I'll write down 4 lakh under the Gayatri's account. Is that clear? Both
Yes.
of you? Okay. Then further question also tells us that she is bringing the goodwill, her share of goodwill as well. So total value of the goodwill of the firm is standing at 3 lakh, right? 3 lakh means her share of goodwill will be 3 lakh into 5 upon 10. Her share in the firm, new profit sharing ratio is 5 by 2 is to 3 is to 5. That means Gayatri share will be 5 by 10. So when you will calculate 5 by 10, you should get, tell me, 5 by 10 basically means
15.
15,000.
Yes.
1,50,000. Right now,
Yes, sir.
her share of goodwill will be 1,50,000. And when a partner brings in premium for goodwill, this premium for goodwill need to be distributed between the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. So that means 1,50,000 will be distributed between Madhu and Vidhi in their sacrificing ratio. And since the old ratio is given as 2 is to 3, so we will presume that their sacrificing ratio will also remain same, 2 is to 3. So that means 1,50,000 will be distributed between Madhu and Vidhi in their sacrificing ratio. So 3 lakh into 2 by 5 and 1,50,000 into 2 by 5 and 1,50,000 into 3 by 5. Right? So we will write down by premium for goodwill by premium for goodwill. Whose account will be credited? Madhu and Vidhi's account will be credited for by premium for goodwill. Right? And the amount will be 1,50,000 into 2 by 5 means 6,000 and 9,000. 6,000 and 9,000 for Vidhi. Got it, everyone? Is this clear? Sania Aman, is this entry clear? Okay. And is there anything left to be covered under the partners capital account? I think we have covered all the items. By premium for goodwill, 6,000, 9,000. I don't think any other item left to be written under the partners capital account. So we can now just find out the closing capital balances of the partners capital account. So let's do that. Since there is no item on the debit side of the partners capital account, so whatever the balance we will get here on the credit side, the same will be considered as the closing balance of the partners capital account. Let me just write that by balance CD. Now let's find out the total value. 5,20,000 plus 6,000 plus 12,000 plus 6,000. It will be, let me just total 5,20,000 plus 6,000 plus 12,000 plus 6,000. It will be 5,44,000 I'm getting. You guys getting the same value?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. I think premium for goodwill was not 6,000, 60,000. 60,000. It will be so when you will add 60,000, then so it will be 5 lakh and 5,98,000. 5,98,000. And for Vidhi, it will be 3 plus 9 plus 18 plus 90. 90 plus 18 will be 108 plus 9, 118, and so that means 4 lakh and 17,000. And for Gayatri, 4 lakh only. Okay, so this will be their closing balances as well. 5,98,000, 4,17,000, and 4 lakh. Clear, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes.
So nothing more will be entered under the partner's capital account. Now we can move to the balance sheet. Okay, now coming to the balance sheet, we will first of all write down the value of the land and building, that is given as 3 lakh. Now we know that the value of the land and building is increased by 26,000. So the new value of the land and building will be 3,26,000. Right, then we'll write down the value of the other asset. Then there is machinery. There is no change in the value of the machinery, so we can write down the value of the machinery as it is. Machinery 2,80,000 only. Then the value of the stock remains same at 80,000. So we'll write down the value of the stock as it is, 80,000. And we'll also take the value of the debtors under the consideration. So debtors will be subtracted by 15,000. The provision was made for 15,000. So 3 lakh minus 15,000. 3 lakh minus the value of the debtors, 3 lakh, and we will subtract the provision for doubtful debtor, that will be 15,000, and subtracting it we will get 2,85,000 as the value of the debtor. Got it, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, is there anything else? Yeah, so the bank balance is also there. Bank is 50,000, but you remember now Gayatri brought 4 lakh of capital by way of cash. 4 lakh of capital. So the overall cash balance will also increase by 4 lakh, and then the premium for goodwill was also brought in by the new partner, 1,50,000. So let's just write that down as well. So we'll write down bank balance will remain same. Bank balance was earlier 50,000. Now there will be a cash balance also available, that will be 4 lakh plus 1 point, that means 1,50,000, that was brought in by way of premium for goodwill. The total availability of cash in the business will be 5,50,000. Is that clear? 5,50,000. Got it, everyone? Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And I don't think any other value left to be written on this, on the asset side of the balance sheet. So now we can move to the liability side. On the liability side, we will first of all write down the value of the capital balances of the partner for Madhu, Vidhi, and Gayatri. For Madhu, it is 5,98,000. Then 4,17,000. And 4 lakhs for Gayatri. Then we have any other liability on the assets on the liability side? Yes, we have. We already distributed general reserve. You can see there is no general reserve after the, since it was distributed among the partners. Only bills payable will be left. So bills payable will be 1,50,000. It remain unchanged. Bills payable 1,50,000. Right. And there was one more information in the question regarding the workman compensation. See, everybody is able to see point D. There was a claim of rupees 6,000 on account of workman compensation. So this is what this is the liability upon the firm. So now we need to record this value on the liability side. Workman compensation. 6,000. Now let's just tally and hope that both the sides are equal. Let me just first of all total the asset side, 3,26,000 plus 2,80,000 plus 80,000 plus 2,85,000 and 50,000 plus 5,50,000. So the value that I'm getting is 15,71,000. Now let's just total the the liability side as well. 598,000 plus 4,17,000 plus 4 lakh and 1,50,000 plus 6,000. We are getting the same answer, 15,71,000 on the liability side as well. So our balance sheet is telling that means we did the question correctly. Got it, everyone? Sania and Aman, is this clear to both of you?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, Aman?
No, sir.
No doubt. You guys have written this down, or are you still writing it?
Sir, can you show the capital account?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Let me know once you are done.
Done, sir.
Okay, so let's move to the next question. Question 117. Okay, and I want you to try this question on your own. Shyam and Sanjay were in partnership business, sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 2:3. Their balances, the balance sheet are given. Cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtor, stock, furniture, building, sundry creditor, capital account balances are there. Shyam and Sanjay's is 34,050 and 34,050 each. Then there are some additional information also given in the question, which says that Shankar is being admitted for 1/3 share in the future profit on the following terms. Shankar is to bring 30,000 as capital and 2 lakh as the 20,000 as the goodwill. All right, and stock and furniture are to be reduced by 10%. Building is to be appreciated by 15,000. Provision of 5% is to be made on sundry debtor for doubtful debt. Okay, unaccounted accrued commission income of rupees 2,400 to be provided for a debtor whose dues of rupees 4,800 were written off as bad debt, paid 50% in settlement. Item number F is outstanding rent was 4,800. So outstanding rent is a liability. Okay. So I think every point in the question is easy except the point E. All right. But I just want you to try this question once, excluding point E. Just place each and every item at the in the relevant account. Just do not treat point E for the time being. Just leave it. Just skip this point E for now and prepare the revaluation account without taking into consideration the adjustment E. Alright, is that clear, both of you, Sani and Aman? I'll guide you how to treat E.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just find out the revaluation accounts profit and then prepare the partner's capital account, and I'll be telling you the correct answer of this so as to verify it. Both of you are preparing the revaluation account, na?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, let me explain point E as well, so that when you will prepare the revaluation account, you ultimately get the correct answer. See, what is actually being said in the point E? In the point E, it says that unaccounted accrued commission income of rupees 2400 was provided for. See, accrued commission is our asset. Just a minute. Accrued commission is what? Accrued commission is basically means commission that is already generated, but it is not yet received. There is an income by way of commission that is already accrued, that is already due, but which is not yet paid. So the income that is not yet received is obviously an asset for us. All right. So 2400 is an asset. Since the asset is increasing because unaccounted accrued commission was being provided to us, that means there is an increase in the value of the asset. So accrued commission need to be recorded firstly in the balance sheet, since the asset of the firm is increasing by way of accrued commission. So you need to go to the balance sheet and write down the value as the accrued commission 2400 on the asset side. But at the same time, since this commission is an income, is an asset, and there is an increase in the value of the asset, sorry, accrued commission is an asset, and since there is an increase in the value of the asset, so we'll go to the revaluation account on the credit side as well, and this need to be recorded on the credit side. Revaluation account on the credit side. So basically, accrued commission is a basically means increase in the value of the asset, and since the value of the asset is increasing, we'll go to the revaluation account and record it on the credit side of the revaluation account, and at the same time, the same amount will be recorded under the balance sheet as well on the asset side of the balance sheet. I hope this point is clear.
Yes.
Okay, now this is a separate point where it says that a debtor whose dues of rupees 4800 were written off earlier. See, there was some debtor who did not pay 4800 rupees earlier, and we have written it off considering it as the bad debt. We assume that this amount is not going to recover. We won't be able to realize this amount, so we have written it off earlier. But now the same debtor have paid 50% of this. So the debtor that we have earlier written off by considering it as a loss, considering as a bad debt, out of this debtor we are able to recover 50%. So the loss that is getting recovered is considered as a profit now. Out of 4800 we are in a position to recover 50% out of it. That means 50% is a revenue. It is an increase in income. So whenever income increases, we again record it on the credit side of the revaluation account. So we'll go to the revaluation account and write down bad debt recovered on the credit side of the revaluation account. Everyone is able to understand this? You will go to the revaluation account and write down on the credit side by bad debt recovered. By how much amount? By 2400. This is it. Is it clear, both of you? Aman, Sania. Anybody want me to explain it again?
We have
Tanya,
to put, 4,800 into 50%, right?
yeah, 4800 into 50%. So how much will be 50% of 4800? It will be 2400, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what this point E is saying that accrued income is being received. We are receiving accrued income of rupees 2400. This is obviously an increase in the asset. Because there is an increase in the asset, we will go to the revaluation account and write down this value on the credit side, and the same value will be recorded on the asset side as well. Okay. Apart from this point, I think nothing in this question is difficult. I am sure that you will be able to solve this question. I'm telling you some important answers of this question, so that when you will solve this question, you can tally your solution with the answers. All right. So just note down those important answers. I'm telling you the answer for the revaluation account. Make sure when you prepare the revaluation account, your answer should tally with the answer that I'm telling you. All right, just note down the answer of the revaluation account. So see, in the revaluation account, we will have a profit. All right, we will have a profit of 12,000. Well, yeah, 12,485. 12,485. And we need to distribute it among the Shyam and Sanjay, and both of them will receive. Shyam will receive 4,994 out of it, and Sanjay will be receiving 7,491. All right. Now moving on to the capital account. When you will prepare the capital account, you should get the I'm telling you the closing balance of the capital account. All right, closing balance. That means balance CD. Balance CD should be for Shyam. It will be 47044. For Sanjay, it will be 53541. And for the new partner, what was her name? Shantanu. Just a minute. Shankar, sorry. Shankar. For Shankar, it will be 30,000. Please note this somewhere so that when you will prepare the capital account or the revaluation account, you will be able to tell your answers. And now let's talk about the balance sheet. When you will prepare the balance sheet, the final answer should be balance sheet on both the sides of the balance sheet. You should get the balance as 14. Just a minute. 1,47,820 asset side as well as the liability side. Got it, Sania and Aman?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Note this down somewhere so that when you will solve this question, you will be able to tell your answers. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys, we are out of time and we won't be able to solve this question right now. I'm giving you this question as your homework. I'm sure that you will be able to finish it and you will be able to solve it. And if you still have any doubt and difficulty solving it, please ask me in the next session. I'll be solving this question for you. All right, so this is it for today's session. Aman and Sania, thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you in the next session. That will be on Sunday. Till then, take care.